right, I'm here with Miss Rita Lorraine Hubbard. She is an award-winning children's author. You know, our students in this design challenge, they're going to have multiple performance tasks that they're going to have to make their way through. And one of them will be to write a short story on a Medal of Honor recipient or Space Medal of Honor recipient of their choice that they're going to be doing some research on. Chase Walker, we're so excited that you're here with us. You are our illustrator for our upcoming book, It's Possible, about Space Medal of Honor recipient Ronald McNair. You know, it's our America 250 Design Challenge. We're highlighting Medal of Honor and Space Medal of Honor recipients. They get to select one. And so we're excited that you're here to talk a little bit about what you do, how you do it. We're here with Joseph Craig, who is the director of the book program at the Association of the United States Army, and we're really excited to have you joining us for this. So these graphic novels are clearly history, right? They're stories of people from the past, or still living, but they're stories of actions from the past. And so how are you able, and your team able, how are they able to bring these stories to life in a creative way, despite it just being what students would consider, oh, that's just history?
The creative aspect comes through the fact that this is a visual medium. Comics, graphic novels want to tell the story visually. The ideal graphic novel might have no words at all. You're just telling the story through pictures. And then when you do, obviously that's a little difficult. So we do have captions and dialogue, but there's limited space. So you have to really boil the story down to its essential elements. So how do you get across this information to the reader in a way that tells the story and engages them while sticking to the space constraints that you have for the book?
Everybody has a unique story. As a children's book author, you have to select certain things to include in the books.
Yes.
I mean, they could have a huge life story, but how do you fit all of that in a 32-page book? And we're not asking students to write a 32-page book here, but what suggestions would you give to our student groups who are going to be working on this? How do they narrow down what to include to be able to capture this person's story in such a short space? What's the process you go through to do that?
That goes back to finding the heart of the story.
I think before doing anything creative, ask yourself the three W's. It's like why, who, and what the story's about. And I think you begin to then understand who are the characters in the story, and that helps you to create the mood. And then what the story is about helps you create the emotions, right? So are they happy? Are they sad? Where are they? And I think all these things you begin to put together to have the sort of the mood, what makes someone want to read the story.
So for these students, once they know the heart of their story, then they're going to focus on the information that amplifies the heart of the story. Let's say again, maybe the story is courage. Maybe they're finding instances that these personalities showed great courage. So they can amplify those, place those in the story.
And then we want to make sure we're getting the details all right, because these stories need no embellishment. They're wonderful stories. So we also work with professional historians and biographers, people in the Army historians, to make sure we're getting everything correct. It's that the uniforms, the weapons, details from their lives. We want to make sure that we're presenting the story accurately. And it's been a wonderful thing to work in collaboration with all these wonderful professionals.
It's a team sport. It's always a team sport. And I rely a lot on the writer, because they have to really, it's like a partnership. They have to give me this vision, and you have to flush it out and really, really meet in the middle to what they're trying to portray and really complement what they're trying to write. But a lot of times you'll get notes and instructions and feedback from other people who are part of this team, whether it's the creative director, whether it's the editor, whether it's the writer. the goal, you always have to remember the goal, not taking anything personal. That the goal is to make this material that people love.